Hey YouTube, this is Hikito007, and this is a sort of tour of the server Savage Realms, which actually has 4 different servers to it. The main server, the RPG server, the raid server, the PvP server, and the survival games, which is like a Hunger Games sort of server. And so this is the main server. Over here we have the trade town where you can buy and sell just about any item you want, really. Here's the PvP world where there are war zones and classes and stuff you can use. This is the build world where you can have towns. There's also another, or that's actually the trade town in there. And here is the RPG world where you can do a bunch of quests and stuff with NPCs and dungeons. And last but not least is the events world, where moderators, as myself, can host events and players can earn gold. It's a really fun server. And over here are the classes, where you can buy your own class, such as maybe archer, or you want to be a warrior. Just about anything. And so the next server is the PvP server, or the raid server. And this server is more about factions and raiding and all that stuff. So you can, build your own faction or join a more popular one if you want. Go search out in the world, find a new place for a base, go build your underground base, surround it with obsidian, and then you can go raiding with your teammates and go use TNT, make TNT cannons, explode the other people's bases, whatever you want to do, and just raid them and grief their houses and try and get all their diamonds, all that good stuff. And you can go out any direction from the spawn, which is pretty epic. And here is the sort of trade area where players can make shops and buy or sell items such as TNT or diamonds. And coming up ahead a tiny bit is the world shop, which is just like the trade or the player trade shops, but it's just by the server, so no one has to run it. You can buy stuff like TNT, swords, armor. You can see some leather boots there, obsidian, stuff for your base too. And over up here is also where you can get out, and there's a war zone over there. This is the RPG server, which is just about like main, but it's a bit smaller community. But don't worry, it's just as fun. The main difference between these two servers is RPG is more focusing on the quests and RPG world, obviously by the name. And so they have a couple different more biomes and NPCs and quests in there. Otherwise, they're both pretty fun. They're about the same. More, I guess you could say, for a second build world. It's really fun, don't worry. And last but not least, here we have the survival games. You start out all around on pedestals, and as soon as the game starts, you can all charge into the middle and try and open the chest and grab items and not die right away, of course. That is always a good thing. And so, you charge in, grab your items, try and fight in the middle if you want, and then you can run out and go mining, but usually you won't want to because you'll die first. You gotta fight and survive. And here are some kits you can get. You can get accounts, or you can get kits, not accounts. You can get stuff like, for example, Hulk, which is what I have, where it gives you strength potions, or maybe Archer for a bow and arrow. Thanks for watching, and I would advise you check out these servers. They're really fun. The IPs are in the description, and yeah, see ya.